Now, you started this idea right around the time that youth sports in general, at least prep sports in the U.S., was just starting to really take off. In the sense that it was always a big deal, but with the media rights and becoming more
Yeah,
of a high profile thing, and people now, I mean, when I was growing up, you couldn't name high school players around the country. Now everyone knows who's a 5-star recruit, who's a 4-star
yeah.
recruit, who, these kind of things. You got people going, in the case of basketball, some people going one and dones, so everyone kind of knows, who's who. Tell me about sort of like serendipity and sort of the luck of the draw, if you will, in terms of the timing.
Yeah. I think we've been seeing this happen easily probably the past 10 years since Players Health been in existence. There's been consistent investment into amateur sports. And we're now seeing that. I think the beginning of all of this started with competitive play actually growing. AAU basketball has been a big part of that. There's a lot that started to change. Private equity, so three-step sports, there are a number of bigger sports platforms. They raised $500 million of private equity, and they started buying up these sports organizations. That started happening then. Sport Engine, there's a bunch of technology started to enter into the space. So I recognize that there's something happening in youth and amateur sports. No one's thinking about risk, though. No one's thinking about the injuries of the athletes. Everybody's focusing on payments because parents are paying a lot of money for their kids to play sports. They're thinking about travel because parents are doing a lot of travel. They're thinking about owning a sports team because these organizations are making a lot of money. But no one was thinking about the things that was considered unsexy, if that's even a word I should use.
But it's a big market. I mean, how big is the addressable market for insurance for youth sports? I mean,
it's $3.5 billion.
It's not exactly a small market.
Oh, not at all. But I didn't even know it exists. When we first started, we weren't even thinking about insurance. We were just focusing on safety. 5 years into the business, we have one of the largest injury databases in amateur sports. We're one of the larger background screening providers in the space. We have an understanding around what's happening on any court, field, or ice. We have a unique perspective. And no one was thinking about insurance. Do
you feel that in the long run, it's really not even the services that you're providing, but is the true value of Players Health the data?
Absolutely. It's insights on what they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. These organizations, because it's more competitive and because no one wants to talk about it being true pay to play. Recreation sports almost doesn't even exist in youth sports anymore. It is pay to play. And it really breaks my heart. And one of my good friends, he said something to me about a month ago that is not. It used to be like, all right, that maybe that's not true. We know it's not. We know it's true now. He said sports isn't for poor kids anymore. And that is such a reality. My mom made $30,000 a year as a lunchroom manager. There's no way she'd be able to afford what it costs for a kid to play travel basketball or travel volleyball or any sport for that matter, especially when they're traveling coast to coast.